Alright guys, so one of our main combatives in Krav Maga is going to be our straight punch. Now my straight punch is going to be a medium range attack, meaning I'm about arm's length distance away from my attacker, and I want us to think about targeting the face, any of the sensitive areas, the nose, the chin, get their heads up a little bit, maybe even the throat. Now when I send my punch, it's going to look like this. Alright, so a couple things to keep in mind with my punches. First is I've got a nice tight fist. I've got no air in between my fingers. Second, I'm hitting with the top two knuckles of my fist. I'm going to go keep my elbows in, I'm going to go straight to my target, and I'm going to come right back. I want to try and avoid dropping my hand as I recoil. The next thing is I'm going to be driving with my legs, with my hips. So if you notice, every time I send a punch, I'm pushing off with that same side leg. My hips are rotating, my core is engaged. I'm not just sitting here punching with my arms, really rotating those hips as I go. Alright, so as a general rule of thumb, we want to attack sensitive areas. With our punches, that means the nose, the chin, things like that. However, there is a time when we want to send strikes to the body as well. A couple of reasons for this. One would be to give my attacker different areas to think about. If all I do is attack to the face, it's real easy to keep my hands up in front of my face and protect myself. Now, if I send strikes to the face, and then I start sending strikes to the body, now he has different areas to worry about. Maybe his hands drop, it opens his face, and then I can get another strike into one of those sensitive areas. It's just going to look like this. Good. Good. So with this attack, what I'm doing, I'm keeping my fundamentals from the straight punch. Nice tight fist, hitting with my top two knuckles, elbow in nice and tight. I send my punch out, but now as I send my punch out, I'm kind of compressing my core, I'm dropping my weight a little bit as I send my punch out. What I don't want to do is bend at the waist and punch. It exposes my head, so I'm here. Hands are up, I drop my weight, I send my punch out, and I'm coming right back. I don't want to linger down here too long because it puts my head right in line for my attacker to hit me. Alright, so we've done our regular straight punch, but now I need to move forward and attack at the same time. This is where my straight punch with an advance is going to come in. It's going to look like this. Good. Facing the camera, it's going to look just like this. I'm staying here, nice and relaxed. I can be in a fighting stance. I'm going to push off with my back foot as I send my straight punch. Now, everything stays the same as my regular punch. Nice tight fist, top two knuckles, keeping my elbows in tight to my body. All we're doing here is we're adding that little bit of movement. So I'm taking my back leg, digging my toes into the ground, pushing my hip forward, and I'm taking that step. Now when I make this attack, I want to land my front foot on the ground at the same time my two knuckles are making contact. That's going to give me the most power in this attack. Alright, so I'm in a fight, I'm sending my strikes, and then my attacker comes at me. If my attacker comes at me, maybe I want to keep that distance, so I'm going to think about moving back, but I want to send an attack as I'm going back. So I don't want to just move back and let my attacker have some space. So what I'm going to do is a straight punch with a retreat. It's going to look like this. So what's happening from the front, I send my punch out. As my punch goes out, my weight's going to lean more in my front leg. So I'm going to take that weight, I'm going to push myself back, and then as I bring my front leg back to me, closing that distance, I'm recoiling my punch at the same time. So again, I'm here. I send my punch out, I push back with my front leg, and then I'm recoiling and recalling my leg at the same time.